Look around the room you're sitting in. The walls, the furniture, the screen you're staring at, they all feel completely solid. They project a sense of permanence, as if they will remain exactly as they are for years to come. But leave an iron pan out in the humid summer air, or a glass of milk sitting on the kitchen counter, and that stability begins to fail. Similar transitions occur when grapes ferment into wine, or when we apply heat to raw ingredients to cook a meal. It is happening inside you right now, as your body digests food and pulls oxygen into your lungs. Under the surface, these are not just simple instances of wear and tear. They are specific moments where the original building blocks of these objects are broken down and reassembled. In each of these everyday processes, the initial material loses its original identity. The substance it used to be is gone. This loss of identity, where the starting material is transformed and cannot return to its original state, is what defines a chemical reaction. To see exactly how matter abandons its old form to adopt a new one, we need to move away from these slow, everyday examples and look at the process in a controlled environment. We start with a baseline. This is a strip of magnesium ribbon, about 3 or 4 centimeters long. Right now, its physical properties are clear. It is flexible, bending without snapping, and it has a shiny metallic surface. Before we can observe how it reacts, we have to prep the sample by vigorously scrubbing it with a piece of rough sandpaper. Over time, magnesium reacts slowly with the air, building up a dull, invisible layer of impurities. We scrub away that outer crust to expose the pure, uniform molecular structure underneath. Stripped of that interference, the ribbon is now in its purest physical state, ready to be pushed past the point of no return. To initiate the change, we introduce heat from a spirit lamp. Because the reaction is intense, eye protection is required, and the sample must be held securely with tongs. The pure metal is lowered into the intense heat, providing the energy to compromise its structural integrity. The original bonds begin to fail. At the atomic level, the heat agitates the magnesium structure, causing its atoms to collide and lock on to the surrounding oxygen molecules. Forging these new pairings releases a massive burst of energy, perceived as a dazzling white flame erupting. In that fraction of a second, the flexible, shiny ribbon ceases to exist. The original matter has been sacrificed to build the new structure. As the brilliant light finally burns out, the remnants fall into a glass watch glass below. The visual contrast is immediate. The shiny, flexible strip of metal is gone, replaced by a pile of dull, brittle white ash. This newly birthed powder has its own distinct chemical name: magnesium oxide. If you try to interact with this ash, it crumbles. It catches no light, and it cannot be bent. It shares none of the properties of the metallic sample we started with. You cannot scrub this powder back into a metal ribbon. The initial nature of the substance is gone, which is the final proof that a chemical reaction has taken place. We can now step back from the watch glass and look again at the world around us. The rapid burning of the magnesium ribbon is driven by the same mechanism as a glass of milk souring on the counter. One happens in a second, and the other takes hours, but both represent a complete change in molecular identity. Bending a piece of metal only changes its external shape, but when you burn it, you change the chemical composition of the matter itself. The physical world isn't built out of static objects. It is a collection of temporary arrangements of matter, waiting for the right amount of energy to fall apart and rebuild. From the air in your lungs to the rust on an iron nail, everything we experience is an ongoing chain of chemistry humming in motion. Nothing you see around you is truly permanent. Existence is an endless cycle of substances continuously reacting and transforming into entirely new identities.